And welcome back to part 4 of week 6 of this month's Dust to Dust campaign. The players excited. Weird hum seems to have drawn the clickers away as a hologram emerged, and before anything could happen, Teal's like, "Pow!" and it goes right through the hologram. But, unfortunately, before we get to anything drastic, Maru, I need you to make a discipline check against 3 purple.
Nah, I'm good. I'll just fail it.
No, I want to see.
Yeah, I double failed.
Only one string.
Double fail.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, yeah. Take a strain. So as you guys are kneeling and Teal fires the shot at the hologram, Maru, please take 2 more strain on top of that. Books it. And disappears. Heads out the southern door.
Well, that happened.
I'm going to see that Maru exits, look back at Teal and be like,
Damn, the hologram says.
well,
Oh, father. And that's when you see the hologram makes the face he wasn't expecting.
Sorry.
Moff here. I'm busy now. Please call back. Click. Moms. Oh, you don't have one, son. I forgot. Alright, so, yeah, basically, he's like, Dad? And that's when you see the Moff's stoic expression change. Son? What are you doing outside of the palace? I'm here to stop you, Dad. Then you shall fall with the rest of them. Pity, though. It's pity only one of you was infected. I thought I would have gotten more. Well, I will find you. You can't wait in that warehouse forever, and if I have to, I will flatten it, bringing the building down upon you.
Teal will be like, where are you at? We'll come to you.
Oh, I shouldn't be hard to find. Once you step out, you'll hear the large gears moving on my ATST. And then the moment you poke your ugly heads out, I will fire upon you.
Good luck with that.
May the force be with you. And then it cuts out.
Okay, evil villain.
I kind of sit there and shake my head.
He didn't stroke his... He wasn't like...
Okay, sure.
I'm just going to kind of look around and go, sounds like we're fucked. You got any ideas?
I'm going to go kill him.
Okay. This is where it's like a moment where they shouldn't be arguing, but it is. And I just gotta put my hands on my hip. How do you expect to do that with your little fancy pistol there, huh?
He's
By
in an ATST. At which point, Teal holds up the arm with the grapple launcher, or the ascension pistol.
If I may, the Moff's son raises a finger.
You know what? You've been pissing me off all day.
Yeah?
Unless you got something good to say.
How's that E11 that you have in your hands that actually saved your ass? Next time, keep a tighter grip on your gun.
I'm going to kind of step forward to him and rip my helmet off and be like, listen, kid, this ain't fun and games, all right?
He grins. Oh, of course not. I forgot this is serious work. And on a more serious note, my father has an armored truck with a turret on it. Just in case you were wondering.
I'll look at Teal.
I look at the kid and I say, stick with the captain.
Oh, but
We don't want to have to explain you turn into a grief spot. And Teal's like, I'll see you at the mission directive. And he turns and he's going to head
So
out
is
the
that
door
a
we
no
just came
on
in.
the armored truck?
I'll just look at him. You and me are taking the armored truck. Little blue bastard there is gonna save the day as he always does.
Okay, well, that'll be in the cargo docks.
Point me in the right direction. You stay on my ass. Got it?
Give me my gun back.
I'll pass it to him and pull my DL-44 out.
Well, you could go up and grab your gun. It's not
Is
out
it-
of reach.
I can
You just-
climb that stuff?
Yeah, you can climb that stuff. It's just that you didn't really have a chance. I mean, you have the
Okay,
time
well, I'm
to,
gonna
so-
One of
angrily
those, not in the
climb
middle
it.
of combat when clickers are trying to eat you.
Yeah.
But
So you climb, as you're climbing up and you grab it, you hear a...
I'm gonna point my gun at the
the sound.
the sound.
You see there's a factory engineer and he's just freaked out right now. And he's like, no, he's...
Get down right now.
He stands up from the boxes and comes down and hops down right next to you. His factory worker's uniform looks a little baggy. That's the first thing you notice. It does not look like it fits him.
I'm gonna grab him, throw him onto the floor next to those, clickers and stuff by foreign.
Yeah,
All
you
the dead
throw-
fucking.
You throw him to the ground, and he lands hard, and he goes, "Please, be careful!"
The hell you blabbing about?
And he stands up and unzips his vest and pulls it back, and he is armed with a bomb vest that says "Down with the Moff" on the shoulder and a bunch of resistance symbology.
You make one wrong move, I'm gonna blow your head off.
He takes the detonator and he hands it to you.
I'll take it.
Hiding from these fucking things have made me realize one thing. I do not want to die for the cause. But I can't take this off. We need a mag welder, and that's over... probably in the freight car on the tram.
Where's the freight car located?
It's not far, just south of the cargo docks.
And I'll look at foreign. Where's the armored truck?
In the cargo docks north of the freight car.
I'm gonna push the guy forward. All right, you get to lead the way.
To the freight car?
Cargo docks. Let's go.
Yeah, so he leads you, and maybe I should get like a really derpy... I'm going to find the stupidest token that I have to be this mechanic. Here we go. This will work. All right, so... so...
Where is it?
It's in
Right next to me.
So he leads you out the store.
Okay.
I don't see it.
It's funny
Oh,
because
so-
it's Scurb.
Or Skirb.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as he leads
All right,
you
I'll-
out the door, he kind of motions in front of you to an armored truck. This is the kind of vehicle that would escort the Moff's entourage when he's driving through town.
Okay.
And as you could see, it's being loaded with canisters full of the infection. They're the same canisters that were on the shuttle that dropped, which only Teal would know, so I take that back. But it's got biohazard symbols all over it, so I'm pretty sure your character is smart enough to make the damn
Yeah.
connection.
All right, I'll look at Foreign and the other guy. All right, Foreign, you get into the cockpit. I'm gonna grab the guy by the neck, the other guy by the neck, and you're coming with me, and we're going to pretty much roadie run into the back of the armored truck.
Yeah, I think you have no problem. In fact, eerily, there are no infected present at all, but you do see a lot of stormtrooper bodies and a lot of blaster fire on the walls. And a lot of, like, dead infected in this cargo bay. or the cargo docks. It appears that the men who had once been following him no longer shared his views and have abandoned him, which is why you haven't encountered a single stormtrooper in this entire exchange. Meanwhile,
Okay.
as you situate yourself, do you just kind of push him down in a chair or something?
Push him down and try to lock him down so he doesn't move.
Yeah, it's just a seatbelt, but he can undo the seatbelt.
Well, yeah.
So let's move back to Teal. Teal, what are you doing?
I am stealthing around this way.
Can you roll a stealth for me?
Yep. What difficulty would you like?
The difficulty is going to be 3 purple. And just so everybody knows where he is going. There he is right there. Heading south.
Yep. I'm just kind of looping around, staying between the boxes, trying to find the ATST that I can hear, apparently.
Oh, yeah, actually, you see it. The ATST
Okay.
is peering over the crates, elevated on a platform in the bottom left of the map. In fact, it takes a step forward onto the operations platform, and you just hear that iconic ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink of its legs. Did I fuck that up again, or is that really your roll? Holy
Nope, that's my
shit,
dice pool.
Alright, well, you succeed and you have a ton of advantage, and I think the advantage, if you don't mind, I have something for all those advantage.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Although the ATST may spot you, you will not be ambushed by clickers. So you could be spotted by the ATST, but you're not making any noise.
Well, my goal is to stay out of sight of the ATST, though, so...
Right, you could still do
I
that.
mean, like, he
What I'm
didn't
saying,
spot me.
you succeeded. What I am saying is that you can still be spotted in the future as you move around, but only by the ATST, not by the clickers that are laying in ambush.
Oh, okay.
So you
I'm good with
still,
that,
he
then.
didn't see you, but he can see you
Okay.
if you fail your next stealth roll, which,
Okay.
seeing all those fucking dice, probably not going to happen. My only chance was the goddamn clickers, but I think it seems appropriate. Unless you've got, like, Harry Potter's invisibility cloak in there that you want to wear. And your
Not
bag
yet.
of tricks.
No.
Yeah, so you start moving around, and this is where you start to notice stormtrooper bodies.
Alright. Teal's... Unless the bodies start moving, he's not got any concern for that right this moment.
No.
I mean,
No.
it'll matter later, but not at the moment. There's an ATST over there that will shoot at him if he investigates too much, so...
Yeah, these
Basically,
guys are dead.
He's just going to kind of continue...
You have
Sneaking
discovered
along.
the crane controls. For this crane. I'm just letting you know. You don't have to do anything with it, but there you go. You found the crane controls.
How big is this crane?
What do you mean how big? Like how tall?
Like, how tall? Yeah.
Probably about 3 stories tall. It's made for moving... It doesn't have a long arm, but it's made for picking up rather heavy, large items and moving them within the reach of its arm.
Okay. In that case, I'm just kind of keep sneaking along,
And you pass by
make
a
him
ladder.
away. That's a ladder there.
Yep. That is a ladder.
I gotta get closer. I'm not doing anything with that ladder. Alright.
Alright, roll
Just
me
let me
a
know whenever-
check.
Okay.
Again, this one's going to be against 3 purple. But before you roll, I think I'm actually going to use my first duck side to upgrade it.
King.
Save
Okay.
them all for the
I'll
last
use a
one,
light
boys.
side.
So yeah, so you click upgrade once on either side.
Might as well.
Oh. Wait.
Wait, what?
You
No,
dice
that's
pool
not-
rolled. You didn't actually roll your stealth check.
Good job, Josh.
There we go. Much better.
Excellent. Do you want to pass on the 3 advantage to the next person who rolls? Or do you want to have
Actually,
something
what I
good
want to
happen?
do, what I want to do with them is you're having me roll at this point. Let's see here. Okay, so what I want to do is say that I see some damage on this crate right here that makes it easy for me to climb up it a little bit. Not all the way to the top, but just up it a bit.
Yeah, like big,
And what I'm
like
gonna-
the big blaster score marks from Bespin, those huge craters that are caused by the
Right.
lasers, but doesn't happen in any other Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah, something like that. And I'm going to climb up enough to where basically I can see the top of this crane, like easily across the top, but I'm not like sticking my head up enough that the ATST can see me.
Oh yeah, that crane
See what I'm
is
saying?
huge, by the way. It's the tallest crane in the entire complex. It actually goes
But
outside
what I'm
the
gonna
roof of the
do-
building.
I'm going to spend 2 advantages to give myself a free maneuver, basically, at this point, and 1 advantage to give myself a boost die on what I'm about to do. And I'm going to shoot my ascension pistol at whatever point on the crane. It can go out to medium range, so whatever point is high enough up. And I'm going to use that to slingshot myself and try to land on top of the ATST.
All right. Well, first off, it's several it's above the factory, like it's above the ceiling, and the factory's 4 stories, so that's 40 feet. So I would say
What
it's
now?
actually
The
the building is 4 stories
What's-
tall. The crane extends past the roof of the factory. Like, you know how the factory's
Okay.
open air? It's
Right.
actually extended.
obviously, I'm not shooting for the top of the crane. Then, like that's
Highest
yeah.
point that he can make.
Like it, basically, I can shoot
well, it
medium
probably-
range, somewhere up on the arm to use a slingshot type thing.
Yeah. I see what you're saying now. I'm being dumb. It's probably right here then, where I'm pinging.
Okay.
Because up here is above the factory.
I've got medium range, so that's like 60 to 90 feet range. So
Yeah, and
somewhere
you're
along
about-
in
you're
here, and
about
basically, I'm just
10,
gonna
15 feet off the ground because you're on the crate.
right. So I'm starting about the same height that I need to wind up to land on the ATST, and then I'm just gonna slingshot myself around and hope I don't get shot out of midair.
Yeah,
that would
and
be
as,
that would put a damper on this plan.
as this happens, let's cut across. Maru, how you doing?
Yeah.
buddy?
I don't know.
Well, you personally, bud, I have to go
That's
grab
fair.
your token. I'll just leave it right here. You have found yourself wandering through the crates, and you emerge at this ramp leading up to the ATST.
Okay.
And the lid of it opens up, and the Moff pops his head out and says, "You there, I need a gunner. Get up here." And then he goes back inside.
I suddenly feel so
Roll
much
a
safer if Mara's
discipline.
going to be the one shooting at me.
Roll a discipline against 3 purple.
Oh god. I don't want to kill Morrow.
Oh, wait.
I don't want to kill
Shooting at
Maru
me with his
either.
agility. I'm
that's
feeling
you
really
rolling
safe.
the discipline, Maru.
Yes.
And
But
you're going to have to upgrade my side. So discipline versus
Okay.
purple and upgrade my side.
So Mara's the gunner, is what you're saying.
Well, I'm trying to get a despair so that I have permanent control until the Moff's gone, but that didn't work. Chuck a dang darn. Yeah, so I think the threat is that you take another strain. No.
well, that's fine.
Here we go. I know
Damn
what the threat is. The threat is that you are actually starting to fight this voice less, and the next time you do it, you have to take a setback. So yeah,
As
you
though your discipline isn't bad enough.
have
Right?
no problem climbing into the cockpit, and he points to the seat next to him. I want you to shoot at the first thing that moves. Understood?
No.
You
I doubt that I
shoot
actually
at-
say that.
Yeah, probably not. So he's kind of looking at you. Understood?
I'm a zombie. I have no control over myself. I don't know what the fuck I do.
No, you do. You're
So,
not a
yeah.
zombie. You're just feeling. And think of it more like you feel yourself compelled to come to him and listen to him, like a charm spell.
Okay.
So you're not.
Then I
a
just
zombie.
nod.
You're like, I want to. This is my new best friend. Oh my God! You see him as Bob, and Bob's
A
like,
giant floating Bob.
a giant cockroach sitting in the driver's seat, and he's like, "Hey, buddy."
But what if it's my friends, Bob?
They're not really your friends. They make you do all the hard work.
You're right. They just let me get attacked by stuff, and then they throw bombs at me.
Besides,
They don't even care about me.
that
They are
robot,
super suspicious.
that robot who gave you that transponder to find out who tortured you for those 5 years, that's your real friend.
Yep. Best friend ever.
So
He saved
meanwhile,
me.
the Moff is sitting there like this. As Mara's having this conversation and inner dialogue with himself. And he's like, okay. Oh, there's one now. And Maru's eyes cut across the crates as he sees.
So,
I need you to make a
what's
gunnery
the
check.
difficulty?
You're making a gunnery check. And I am changing the goddamn rules. It's going to be tough. It's going to be real hard. But I really hate the whole vehicle versus infantry rule system in this fucking game. It's stupid as shit. Quad laser not hitting a group of stormtroopers right in front of my goddamn turret. So, I need you to make a roll against 2 purple because of the range. Or 1 purple.
That's it?
Yeah, just 2 purple. And I'm going to give you 3 setback because it's a tiny little target flying through the air.
The grenade launcher, just so you know, is a personal scale weapon anyway, so
He's
it doesn't have the
I don't
silhouette
think he'd
rules.
shoot a grenade launcher at a flying target, would he? Can you imagine getting
It's Maru.
getting beanbagged by the fucking grenade? You're like,
All right,
Hit you with a 40 mic bike.
Maru,
I,
your
he
bad rolls
rolled,
are
but
only supposed to affect you.
I
I
got
think
you
there would have been
guys.
more setbacks to that too, because I have 3 range defense.
Oh,
Oh yeah, could you add those?
hold
No,
on. Yeah.
I know
I don't
what
want
you're
him to get
trying
those advantages even.
He's
Yeah.
trying to get more
I'm
strain.
just-
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to pass out, so he can't.
He's trying to jam that weapon up.
I know what he's talking about. That's
All right,
fine. I'll use it for something
let's.
else.
Why did you? You're just supposed to roll the three setbacks.
Oh, my bad. All right.
Now we don't know which ones they are, so just roll 3 setbacks.
There we go.
I like that triumph though. I could have used that.
All right.
So 1 advantage.
Okay.
So I get 1 advantage.
Would you like to pass the advantage on to one of your enemies or one of your allies? I mean,
No, I'm gonna just say that I feel good about my new friendship. That's my advantage.
all right.
So
Yeah.
you recover strength.
I'm gonna reduce.
Sure.
You recover 4 strain. I'm feeling pretty goddamn comfortable right now.
I'm sorry. The rules say that I only recover 1 strain with a 1 advantage, sir.
No. Yeah, you only.
Not this way.
I'm not gonna make. That would be so nerfing in my
It
favor.
would be bullshitty.
Yeah. All right. So, he misses. So, Teal, you're going up the Ascension pistol, and you see blaster fire from the ATSD hitting crates nowhere goddamn near you. Meanwhile, Bob looks at Maru and goes, "No, no, no!" Ty, it's your turn.
As
Okay.
Teal's pretty sure that Ty must be providing the distraction he wanted.
Can the turret fire that far?
Oh,
Or is
yeah.
that going to be like really high difficulty?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Gunnery versus 1 purple, but 2 setbacks because of all the junk that's in the way.
Man, I'm attacking again.
Or no,
No,
just
not
1
you.
setback. No, not you.
One
This is Ty.
setback. One
Oh,
difficulty.
What weapon would you like to use? Would you like to use the rocket launcher that's on it, or would you like to use the heavy laser cannon?
I'm going to... Can I use an aim function?
Yeah?
Aim is
Because
maneuver
I'm-
all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm aiming for...
Oh, I'm sorry. You have skill jockey?
No.
So your maneuver was getting in the turret.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right, well, I'm using the heavy
I don't think
laser
it's skill
cannon
jockey
on
one. I know the
his
one.
joints.
Isn't that what it is, where you can change position in a ship or a vehicle at
No.
no cost of maneuver?
It's called Let's Ride.
Let's Ride, that's one, yeah. So you don't have
Skill
Let's
jockey is the
Ride.
one that affects the handling.
You're right.
Okay. Well, I
Which
Fire.
still so.
All right. Oh,
and
sorry, one more
Yes.
setback because of the defense.
alrighty. So 1 success and 1.
No, two
Oh, two
successes
success.
and 1 threat.
Okay, 1 threat. Okay, I fire at the left, like the left leg, since it's shooting towards Teal. So I'm trying to knock its leg out so it falls over.
And what weapon were you using?
Let's go rocket. There we go.
Okay. So the rocket goes, tears across the sky and hits the ATST in the leg. And inside the ATST, Bob is freaking out, and his little cockroach hands are slapping his head, and he's like, shoot at the truck! Shoot at the truck! And the alarm's like,
Okay.
all right. Joshua, you see the
All right.
ATST's firing at you. It's like looking at you, but the shots are going wild. And then out of nowhere, a blast hits the side of its leg, and it staggers, but it doesn't fall.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to land on top of this thing.
Okay, I need an athletics check.
Could I do coordination? Landing and balancing?
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking more, if I always describe coordination as like Assassin's Creed style moves, I could totally see you running down like the rungs of the crane and then maybe doing an eagle dive onto the top. I'd allow a coordination, that makes sense.
Okay. I'm going to do coordination then.
And you're basically
what
just
difficulty?
letting gravity do the work, and you're just not Herculesing your way down the crane.
Right. And basically, I'm
difficulty's
still going to be
two.
using the Ascension pistol to stop myself like from just smashing it.
Right. I'm going to say that the difficulty's 2 with 1 setback because he just got jerked around by a
Okay.
rocket blast.
So 2, 1
But
setback.
honestly, it's not the most maneuverable, agile piece of equipment, so I don't think he's going to be like, whoa! And like cock its head back to make you face plant.
There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm actually kind of annoyed that you didn't get more successes. Isn't that weird? Like, really? You got shafted. so,
I've only got green dice. I mean,
so you land on it.
Yep.
And you have 2 advantage. And the hatch
my
is
2
open.
advantage.
Maru never shut
Uh,
the hatch.
In that case, my 2 advantage are going to be to give myself a free maneuver, and I'm going to draw the grenade.
Which one?
A noise grenade.
Okay.
Ah.
Incendiary. Boom.
God,
You know, you could have incendiaried it, and I probably would have been fine.
would you like to use
Actually-
an incidental?
Actually, no, wait. Do I want the noise? Yeah, we're supposed to take him alive. I'll start with the noise grenade.
Do you want the incidental to be used to tell Ty over comms that you're on the ATST?
No, because I don't plan on being here long.
Good, because I was really hoping he might have had a chance to hear you. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Just for flavor, why don't you roll a stealth check against 2 purple?
Okay.
It's
See how
pointless.
quiet I am with this landing.
It's pointless. Yeah.
It looks like you're salty spaghetti.
You were using the reference of Assassin's Creed earlier. You do realize that I do have the assassin specialization, right? And it gives me boosted coordination and stealth checks.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you don't make any noise. He starts walking down this way.
I want to use the advantages on the stealth check to position give myself boost dice. I want to give myself boost dice as I position near the hatch.
Sure, why
out
not?
of sight, silently, ready to chunk this thing in towards the driver's seat.
Why don't I just give you a triumph?
I mean,
I'm cool with that, but I don't think I earned that. So I'm gonna pass 3 boost dice to myself next round.
You just broke a gun in the game. That's what you did.
I'm gonna break something.
I don't even have my salty card. All right. So yeah, you don't make any noise and you're out of sight. Congratulations. Mario, it's your turn. He told you to shoot at the truck.
I get my resist roll, right?
Oh, sure. 3 purple and 1 setback, buddy.
Versus 1 green.
Dun, dun, dun. Statistically, I'll never win this roll.
You could spend a light side.
Even then, I don't think you would win.
Fuck it, I'll spend a light
You might
side.
as well.
Okay.
You have so many, and honestly, if it did work, you'd be like... That would be really funny to see.
just as a noise banger
Just as
goes off.
a grenade goes off inside.
And then he rages. Because that
No.
will do damage to him, and he will rage.
Actually, this noise grenade's
See?
not going to do damage.
That was not that far off.
I was pretty close.
Yeah.
I think the threat is that you take more setback the next time you try to resist. Now, open fire on the armored truck if you would.
Okie doke.
Thank you.
One purple, you said?
1 purple, short range. Oh, and 2 setback dice because the defenses of the armored truck.
Gunnery.
Good shooting.
3 yellow?
Good
What
shooting,
weapon
sir.
were you using?
Oh, sorry. I had it upgraded. I forgot to get rid of the upgrade. My bad.
Oh,
There we go.
okay.
Oh, well, that's...
You motherfucker.
I was going for 2 for 2.
Let's say that the 3 advantage is that there's some part of you that's resisting, so I want you to take a setback anytime you're firing upon an ally.
Okay.
Like you're like, wait, this doesn't feel right.
Bob, what's wrong?
Bob's
Why are you lying to
Bob's
me?
like, are you fucking kidding me? He's right fucking there. Oh my god.
Bob, you're never this angry. Calm down.
I'm not dead yet.
Bob, you know I'm not good with the shooting.
Shut
You should just send me in to stab him.
Please quiet your filthy, animalistic, fucking gape hole.
What? That doesn't sound like you, Bob.
Who the fuck is Bob?
You, Bob. You know, my big bug buddy.
And that's when he pulls a device out and he goes, beep, boop, 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 boop. Can you roll another discipline?
Discipline?
Yeah, I could totally roll another one. It's not gonna be good.
1 black,
What black?
3 purple, and 1 black.
Bum 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 bum.
Oh no, I used those threats to make it harder. That's right. 2 more black, please.
So it's 3 black, 3 purple.
Well, no, it's 2 black because it was 2 threats.
2, yeah.
Oh, okay. 2 and 3.
Okay. Now can I roll the fucking dice?
As he takes more strain and knocks himself out, probably.
No, I won't be that much of a dick. So he looks at you and he goes, "How about this? You go out there, you open up that armored truck, and you rip whoever's in there from limb to limb." And he goes from Bob's face, right,
Mm-hmm.
to the face of a Trandoshan chieftain.
Oh boy.
Kill him.
And the 4th threat is that you are now thrown into a complete bloodthirsty rage as you see your mother's body laying on the ground next to him.
Oh man, Tarkin,
And then
you're seeing this. I know you're seeing this, Tarkin. You should do something to stop me, Tarkin. You're looking. I know you're looking. Oh fuck. Okay. Well, I'm gonna attempt to rip him apart. I assume.
Right. There's something else that happens.
Grenade
What
comes
what
in
do
the
you,
door.
what expression is on your face? Do you just rip him apart or do you scream at him?
Yeah, there we go.
As this Wookiee roar's going on inside the ATST, every clicker that's around syncs up with Maru's brain. And they all feel his rage. And out of nowhere, these clickers that were waiting in ambush start jumping onto the ATST and clawing their way towards the top.
They do what now?
What?
I'm sorry. What?
What would you like the clickers to do, Maru?
Oh man. Not hurt my friends for one. That'd be great. And then 2, I want them to rip the Trandoshan's Jagannath off and shove it down his throat. If you know what I'm saying.
All right. So basically, Teal, you're sitting there with a grenade in your hands, and you see all these clickers come up behind you and stand up next to you, and they almost look at you, but then hop inside.
I throw the grenade inside, and then I hit the button on my ascension pistol to just yank me back up the grenade.
The
Fuck
grenade,
this shit, I'm out.
I'm not even going to make a roll because it's a tight and close space. The grenade makes a blast and wounds Maru. Maru's strain doesn't take physical damage, but the rage becomes an absolute bloodthirsty hatred.
The inside of this thing is gonna look like paste.
And over the comms, I'll say to Ty, what do you get when you lock a enraged Wookiee in an ATST with a bunch of bad guys?
Fun old time.
So there's
We get an
We're about to find out.
we get an accident
There's
that we
about-
can tell Tarkin.
10 clickers on the ATST. There's about 30 clickers running throughout the factory towards the ATST.
To illustrate where I am going to be at this point while this is going on, I'm going to make my way to there.
Like, are you running up the crane?
I'm climbing up it, running up it, using the ascension pistol, getting to the very top, and going to stand there and watch.
As you're running up this crane and you're moving to the very top, you realize there's something there that you didn't see when you were down below. There is actually a woman standing up there.
Standing up there?
Yes, at the very
Sexy
tippy
mushroom
top,
lady?
watching you. And she's holding her hand out. She's not looking at you. She's holding her hand out towards the ATST.
Shoot her in the face.
How is she dressed?
Carapace.
Carapaceably?
All right, I shoot her then.
Okay,
Made.
well, because of your stealth checks, you weren't actually making them against the ATST this entire time. You were making them against her. So she has no idea you're there.
Nice.
The ATST couldn't see your ass. You were behind the crates.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm good with
Yeah,
this.
short range. I'll give you 2 boosts because she's not fucking expecting it.
2 boosts, okay. I'm going to use the precise aim maneuver, which means I suffer strain equal to my ranks in precise aim, which is only 1, and reduce their range defense by the same amount if they have any. Like, the carapace makes it look like she would have some, so I'm going to assume she does.
Yeah, you witnessed that when she was like, and brought up these giant mushrooms to block the shots earlier.
So, 2 boosts.
Fucking waster.
Let's see here. So, do you want me to make the shot from short or engaged range?
Short. Because I would
Okay,
you
and
saw
what-
her as you were running up, so I'm imagining you're shooting
Towards the top, not at the top.
right.
And what is her range defense? And I'm assuming she has adversary
Well,
talent, but I don't know
she
what.
does, and her range defense was 2.
So it's 1. Okay. And adversary?
Yep, adversary, so upgrade it
How much adversary? Just once?
twice.
Twice?
Oh
Okay.
shit.
It's just 1 red and a purple then. That's fine. All right. Here we go. Oh, where's my gun? Gun disappeared.
Now where's this thing? That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Would you like to crit her?
Uh,
Or do you just want something amazing to happen?
I want. Yeah, I'm going. Okay, so that's 4, 17, 18 damage, pierce 6. Because I have 1 level of point blank, which gives me +1 damage at short or engaged range. So 18 damage, pierce 6. I'm going to crit her with 3 advantages, and then with 1 advantage, I will trigger my concussive, which will take away her action for a round.
Well, you won't even have to worry about that, and I'm not going to make you roll the crit, because I think it's enough regardless that you stand up there and you hit her, and she just goes, blam, and a whole bunch of her carapace rips off, like Passion of the Christ style. Like, you can see the bones under her rib, the skin on her ribs, and she falls off the crane and into where it says open bridge, and just slams in the pavement below. And then the open bridge goes and closes, sealing her underneath. But that did not stop Maru and his little friends. Maru, do you want to roll a discipline
Hey.
and try not to kill him?
I sure would love that.
Okay.
I would
That would
love
be
that too.
Discipline
me-
check versus 2 purple.
Oh boy. Oh.
Holy
Okay.
wow.
The threat is that as your willpower has come back and you were actually able to stop your rage and just, I don't know, punch a console, in your mind you're like, enough, whatever you were doing.
No. I don't want to punch a console. I would like to. I want to still hit him, but with
You're not.
my gloves. Okay,
Well,
that's cool.
He's covered right now with ants. Ants
Oh, that's
are
right.
trying to eat him alive. So you do whatever you can to contain your rage, and then you use the same thought process that you did before to say enough. Like, you want them to stop. And they stop tearing him apart. And then they look at you and stand up and start moving towards you in an aggressive manner, drool spittle coming down their chin.
Is my spear? I mean, I'm inside of a thing. I guess I can't use that. Oh, I'm gonna just rip them apart then. All right.
Yeah.
I
You're just
don't
like,
have a problem with that.
well, yeah, now you have something to direct your rage on. To make a long story short, I want you to roll your rage claws against 2 purple, and depending on how well you do, I'm just going to narrate this as one big mass fight. But if you do
Yeah.
poorly, you're going to walk away with wounds.
Okay. There's no light side for me to use, so I'm just gonna roll it. Fuck you, bitch!
Okay, so there's no threats or anything. You didn't take any hits. And basically, Ty is sitting there looking through the, like, digital scopes at the chicken walker, and the head's bobbing around like this. And you actually see one of the clickers crawling out of the eye hole to get away, but then a furry arm grabs him and drags him back in. And then after a while, it just stops rocking and just kind of slacks down and slouches down. Down below you, Maru. It's the Moff looking up at you, covered in spores and blood and gore, and he's just like shaking.
Hey, I look at him and I go, "Hey, Bob."
He looks at you and he's like, "Why are you calling me Bob?"
Because it's the only reason you're still alive right now.
Bob works.
And trust me,
Bob works.
I'd really love to kill you right now. I grab him by the head.
Ah!
And I'm just going to turn my gauntlet on until he passes out.
Over the comms,
hang
like
on,
on top
hang
of the
on.
crane, I'm like, how long do we leave the ATST alone?
Yeah, actually, you guys just see, like, strobe lights coming from the eyes. You just hear... until finally nothing.
I come in on the comms and I go, "Sorry about that. I think I took a nap. What happened?"
Teal will say, I think you need to work on your vocabulary because nap does not fit what you just did.
I come out of the ATST dragging the guy and I go, "I have the wet meat sack."
They're right away.
All right, so as you're coming down the ladder of the turret, you're like, and you hear something. Zzz, 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 and you turn around towards the resistance fighter as he's gotten 2 wires from the ship's panels removed and goes, "See you in hell," and just...
Boom.
Can I make an athletics check to toss the commander?
It's me.
That's so far
Not
away.
near you.
Yeah, you're
I'm
like,
dead.
Oh.
you throw him like a fucking javelin. No, it's the armor truck. And Ty goes, "No." And an explosion, just like a hot flash. But as it's happening, everything's happening so slowly, you hear shit, and you feel yourself fall from behind. And then a giant explosion just tears the top of the armored truck off.
Cool. Do I have to roll damage or anything?
No, this is actually a plot piece that I'm using.
Alrighty.
So, Joshua, you're like, "Yeah, we got him." And then you hear the explosion from the truck.
And I'll look that way. What the hell? At which point I will start my way back down, I guess.
You could actually
And
grab
heading
the
towards the
crane's
truck.
rope if you want and be like, because it's attached to a crate
Yeah.
down at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it all the way to the bottom. I'm going to take it to where I can hop over onto this thing and then
Yeah,
head on over.
that's the thing it's attached to. So you could
Okay.
actually just zip
I,
it with your gun if you really wanted to.
I come in again and I say, "Where's the little guy?"
Your comms got static interference from the blast.
Damn it. I head to the cargo bay. Or wait, can I see Teal?
Yeah, I think if you're looking around, you could see him coming down, but it's weird. Just past Teal, there's a few of these explosive tanks that are in the factory, and one of them's got vehicle shrapnel in it, and there's this white gas pouring out of it.
Okay. I'm gonna yell at Teal as he's going away. I'm gonna just head to the cargo bay. I'm ready to meet you guys there. And I go to where we were dropped off, dragging Lieutenant Fuckstick behind me.
Where's the cargo bay?
Buff. The guy, the way, yeah, where we
That's
came
where
in.
we landed? Okay. Teal will, I mean, he'll kind of give a thumbs up, basically, that he heard the shouting, since the comms
As you're
are
running,
staticky
you're
at
just
the
like,
moment.
Yeah.
And then head over to the truck to try to figure out what the fuck is going on over here now.
all right. So, yeah, Teal, you could, there's no noise, sounds, or anything coming from the truck, so you're gonna have to approach it.
Is the truck basically just like, it's no longer a truck
It's
from
no
this
longer a
explosion, or
truck,
is it?
It's almost like a Venus flytrap has been opened.
Okay. With that level of explosion, he's going to drop down onto the ground and stay low as he approaches, just in case there's like snipers in the area or anything like that. But he knows that Ty was in this vicinity, so he's looking for Ty and or the Moff son.
Well, you don't see anything outside of the vessel. You might have to go up the ramp.
Okay, yeah, he'll make his way over, look in first, and then make his way up if he needs to.
Not a whole lot of flammable stuff in here. Like, some of the fuel tanks are on fire, but mostly it's just black smoke emanating off the walls. And there are two bodies, one laying on top of the other, up near the cockpit.
I'll make my way towards them.
Yeah, and as you get up near the cockpit, you see the coloring of the Moff's uniform on the individual on top.
I will... I'm going to pull out a stim pack and just inject it in him before I even move him.
Yeah, he goes, ah, ah, ah. And Ty, you come back to consciousness to the Moff screaming as he's laying on top of you.
I'm going to slowly push him off and rip my helmet off so I can try to
I'll help
breathe.
turn the Moff over, basically, with the lay on his back.
Yeah, he looks like he's suffered severe burns.
All right, well...
But Ty looks fine.
All right, in that case, I will pass a couple of grenades to Ty, the two that I have left, and then I'm going to try to get the sun up into a fireman's carry to get to our extraction point.
Yeah, not a problem. You guys hoof it. I imagine, Ty, you're following suit.
Yeah, I'm stumbling a little bit while holding my helmet and rifle, trying to, because of the compression from the blast and stuff, I'm all fucked up. But
yeah, map, map.
Yep, map. But I'm gonna run back, and once we get to the cargo sled, and I see the Moff, I'm angrily gonna go over and kick him in the face while he's down, just like soccer kick, because I'm pissed off.
Yeah. So he's on his hands or on his knees with his hands bound by a bent piece of metal. And he's just like, you people, you were sent here to help. And he just takes it to the face.
Yeah.
And
I'll be trying to clear my comms a bit all the way back and call for scurb extraction, basically, as soon as I can get through.
Yeah, it doesn't I mean, you guys are there maybe 10 minutes before a shuttle comes down. And as the shuttle comes down and lifts you guys up in the air, like the cargo containers open and you guys are just kind of sitting there like a hot air balloon. As he's lifting it up in the air and you guys are going up, you realize there were hundreds of infected outside the factory rushing toward it. And the general had put them down. It looks like a World War I battlefield, like where somebody just took flamethrowers and torched the entire thing. And there's a couple PTSTs marching through. There's some dark troopers going around and cleaning up house. You guys pass through the 30 minutes of forest and you're quiet as the Moff's son is passing. Kind of like falling asleep.
I don't have medicine, but I do have 3 green dice, so I'll try to make sure like he's got nothing like critically dangerous going on type thing. But other than that, just along for the ride.
Yeah, so you're kind of checking them out. What about you, Ty?
I'm just kind of sitting there. I've got my hands in my face because him getting hurt and then me making the mistake of just trusting that other guy. If nobody was here except Moff, I would probably beat him to death right now.
Right. Maru,
Yep.
what are you doing?
I'm kind of smiling a little bit, humming to myself. You know, as far as the mission went, I feel like it went pretty well. I look at Ty and I go, you know, I think it's pretty stupid when people try to control Wookiees for too long.
Yeah.
And I just kind of let that hang.
You feel a reassuring pat on your back, Maru. As you glance over, your mother's smiling at you, but she still has the wound that she suffered when you executed her. My boy, you're doing so well.
I just stare forward, ignoring it. Like,
He's like, I see dead people. All right, so you guys are back on the Warhead Chaser. Ty, you were pacing back and forth. Teal,
Yeah.
you're just kind of sitting there in the room, the waiting room. And Maru is...
I'm going to make sure that no one other than medical personnel are able to get close to the Moff while he's being treated.
Absolutely. And
I would actually like to go and try and speak to Commander Tarkin, or Moff. What's his title? Grand Moff Tarkin, yeah.
He's actually in there with you. I was about to say that.
Okay. I come up to him and I say, Grand Moff Tarkin, can I speak with you privately for a moment?
Of course. It's the least I can do for you. He motions outside. Then when the two of you step outside, he looks at the stormtroopers and jerks his head and they leave.
The individuals who dropped us off, I believe it was your robot's valet or such.
Right. Yes, what
I don't want to speak treason, but I think that they're planning or plotting against you, sir.
any proof of
Well,
this?
I don't have anything recorded. It's just something I heard, and I don't understand it myself fully, but it seemed detrimental to you, and I wanted to bring it to your attention as soon as possible.
I respect that, Maru. And for that, I'm going to give you a bit of honesty as well. I feel that maybe the truth is good for all of us. Maru, and that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Part
God
4. But,
Damn it.
since this one ran a little long, we'll skip all the extended goodbyes. The tide changes. What did Tarkin say to Maru?
God. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the thoughts. I can tell Ethan's thinking because he's hiding his face.
Yep.
Fucking fly in my room.
While you guys are thinking about it, thank you very much. Any notes on this episode that you guys have? Reflections about your character or someone else's, or highlights of the game that you really appreciated? This is called stalling.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that while I was able to play a more serious Maru, I was still able to play him as he is, which is still a little bumbling, a little foolish, and at the core of it, a lighthearted character. There's darkness around him right now, but I'm glad that he's still able to be who he is.
Optimistic.
I really love, yeah.
He's very.
I really love how that whole scene turned out, where I kept failing and failing. Then I succeeded, but I tried to rip him apart, and I succeeded again. And then it was just like he was stuck in that.
That was the weakness of the fight, which is why I kept on trying to tack on more threats onto your role. His one weakness was his overconfidence that he can control you.
Yeah. And that was great for me because I'm just like, yeah, I get to use my shock gloves. Just great.
I like how complicated Teal's feelings towards Ty are becoming.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what's happened the last couple of sessions, I think the bond that he has towards Ty, where he doesn't trust him because of that previous mission, he's now beginning to direct that at your wife.
Yeah.
He's now becoming convinced that somehow she manipulated you into lying to me.
Of course she did. Everything's the wife's
Whether or not
fault.
she did is irrelevant. I mean, like,
No, but
he's
I think this is a fair point you make. Maybe the bond has evolved. Maybe she did manipulate him.
Right, and I think Teal is getting to the point where he thinks Ty is like his heart's in the right place with loyalty and all that stuff, but he's beginning to think that his loyalty is to the wrong target, basically, and that is what is responsible for all the problems between them.
It's a fair point. That is a fair point.
Yep.
It seems like when Ty was the most comfortable and was behaving mostly like a commander was when his wife was out of range.
Yep.
Ty, what about you? What
making
are your
mistakes.
reflections on this session?
That blue bastard had to save the day again, so yeah, you know, as he does.
But I guess
So Ty's
it was Maru
annoyed
who
with that.
saved the day.
Yeah, no, Maru got the main objective, but
That freaked me out when like all of the clickers were responding to my rage. I was like, no, I don't want to be Kerrigan yet.
Yeah.
I mean, you did take hopefully took out the queen. I mean, you blasted her and she just.
Oh,
Right
come on.
off.
She's a villain and she fell off screen. She's not dead.
Well, I'm
Right.
just saying, he did that.
She's just gone for now.
Yes. Well, I got blown up because I was stupid.
The only way we can make sure she's
I
dead if we
couldn't
go
believe
down
I
that
fell
hole.
for that.
It's too late.
Yeah, I
could
know.
not.
I wasn't.
You, an Imperial officer who's dressed like an Imperial officer, and they're like, "We cool, man. We cool. I'm just scared." And you're like, "Okay, come with me and the Moff's son into this tiny metal."
I know. I was hoping that the vehicle would move and I'd throw him out and fucking blow him up. I was literally going to do that. Was get him to fucking blow up on the ATST or close to it.
Oh yeah, I was getting ready to
I
blow
was-
out as the Moff's
Yeah.
son too. It just hadn't gotten to his turn yet.
I think I'm ready to suggest
Yes. So what
a
did
tide
Tarkin
change.
tell you? He wants to be honest with you, and he's going to tell you.
That I wasn't a random slave. That he had picked me for a specific purpose. I'm not going to decide what that is, but there is a legitimate reasoning why Maru was chosen over any other random Wookiee.
Yeah, because you've been part of the Death Squad since before the Battle of Yavin, so that makes sense. Because
Yep.
Tarquin was alive back then. Maybe that's why you're so devoted and loyal to him. It's because it wasn't necessarily that he came down with chains and chained you up. You were just picked.
I mean, I'm still a slave.
Oh,
But it
it's-
was.
no, yeah.
It
you were
wasn't
getting-
random.
You were getting zapped. But it wasn't like he freaking bought you at a slave market from Trandoshans. He went down and picked you. I want that pumpkin. And then they came and
Give me
Man,
that
they
delicious
came to put manacles
flumdillium.
on you and took you away. Excellent. Joshua, what's tide change?
Tarkin being honest to Maru about something.
Crazy, right?
Like, this one baffles me because, one, I'm not sure Tarkin would be honest with much of anyone, but
Maybe there's something that Maru needs to know that Tarkin wasn't telling him. You could look at it that way.
man, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Which is funny because this is the most iconic tide change. What did X person say? But it's who it is that makes
Right.
it so hard.
Well, I mean, oh man, I guess it doesn't actually have to be the truth. He just wants Maru to believe it's the truth, because it is Tarkin we're talking about here, and it's
Or he
Maru,
could be
so-
telling him a truth that starts drama.
Um. Ooh. Okay. Tarkin reveals that because my tide change tied with
Yes.
last time. So Tarkin reveals to Maru that his mother is alive, and that it was
Nice.
because of his birth that he was chosen.
Nice. Awesome. I like that. All right, Ethan. Enough procrastinating and beard combing.
Yeah. Tarkin tells Maru that the team is starting to lose faith in him, believing that they don't trust him anymore.
Which is technically true.
Yes.
Right.
Hashtag sad face.
I know.
Oh my God, he dropped the bomb. He's like, they're not really your friends, but I am. No. All right, well, thank you all very much for your tide changes. Next time we will have Scurb here. It'll be the perfect time for him to rejoin us. But I am excited because next session we're going to be wrapping up Felucia and getting off this rock. So
Yes.
excited. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I know this last part was long-winded, but it was the boss fight of this entire campaign thus far, even if the players cheesed it. So, that being said, I want to award all
Fuck you.
of my...
Cheesed it. You tried to cheese me.
I think he
And I
did
got
cheese you.
cheesed.
That's
I
beside the
did.
point.
You just broke out of the cheese and cheesed all over me. And now some YouTuber out there is going to replace cheese with a dirty word, and that's going to make a really awkward sentence. All right, but anyway,
Yeah.
hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I know this battle was long, but I have an important announcement to all of my players. You now have a bond with the First Order. And I'm giving you...
Yeah.
And the bond is that you proved your worth at Felucia. So now you have a little more credibility. But I'm also giving all of you 25 XP. And they will be paying each of you 2,000 credits. On top of any resupply that you need. And I say resupply as in fixing damaged equipment, not like, oh, I guess I get this whole huge battle suit.
Yeah.
Are we gonna sell Tony? Can we just do that, or?
No.
I don't know if Mara would want to, since he just ratted those guys out to Tarkin. Yeah, they're bad news. I don't know Tarkin. I just wouldn't trust them. Tarkin goes to do something about it, and you're accepting money from them, and you're like,
No, the general was the one who wanted to buy Tony.
Yes, but he can
shit.
acquire.
Yeah, you're
Dark
right. I got totally. No, Dark Troopers aren't being built anymore.
Oh.
That's it. All that's left is all that's left. They don't have, because Dark Troopers wear the same material that the AT-AT Walker's armor was made out of, so it reflects laser fire. It actually has to be hit with a pretty strong weapon. Or ion.
Well,
That works too, but...
yeah.
But they're very hard to come by, which is why he wants to buy Tony. But we can actually think about that. We'll talk about that off screen, and when we come back, we'll hit that. But thank you all again for watching. I really hope you appreciated and enjoyed yourselves. And from all of us to you, links to the channels will be below. Check Joshua's campaign out. That's going to be streaming live on Mondays, right? Live?
Yeah. Yep.
Live on Mondays, where I will be a protocol droid. Protocol. Droid. A protocol. When Guardian And also keep your eyes out for Brigade Con, which is this fall. If you don't know what that is, feel free to ask people, because they will give you some really awesome stories and experiences that they had with it. But from all of us to you, goodbye and have a good one. I am long-winded and I am done. Ciao!
Bye.
Bye.